midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Pick it up. Right there, we can do it. Yeah, here we go. Come on, baby. Eat him up. Come on, man.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready.
Hurts. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
after the turnover. Here's Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Cardinals sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run with Ingram. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Snap comes to Murray at 1. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Murray going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he commits on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their first drive of the game, they were moving the ball okay, then the interception, but they only gave up 3 points the other direction.
Yeah, and that's a big relief for them because when you give up an interception like that, it can be such a momentum changer. But to only give up 3 on the back end gives you a chance to walk back out on the field, and while you're behind, it doesn't feel insurmountable at all.
Smith, the man in motion left. To throw again on second down. Hurts going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
50 Vikings, 50 Vikings. 50 Vikings, 50, 19 Wyatt. 18, Pioneer.
Here's Hurts to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Murray. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And I'm telling you, nothing will matter here in the stadium. Receiver stringing downfield, and you know what? He's thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll work to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 9 now from the 21. Another run here with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The tight end in motion right. Second down, back to Sanders.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. In motion right is Brown.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now on 2nd and 13, Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead up to 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escape. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Stop him at the 10.
Ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Murray. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. The lead is now 17-4. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free-possession game.
Hey, check that, street.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Fix the evil. Hurt. Warriors, 70 Rangers.
They'll go again with Sanders. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He delivers another to Goedert, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goedert, the tight end. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right?
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. First down, Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, 32 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. Lead now up to 14. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Seven Pirates! 60!
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
18 runners. Drop 50.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here we go. Cut.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion.
Come on. Go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Play fake. Murray. Rolling to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Omaha. Shit. Omaha. Big A soldier. Omaha.
Murray with a 3rd and long. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
They're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Towards the end zone for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Now he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Let's go now.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pull it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion.
Ranger. Deputy Ranger. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Hurts will throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Steps away. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Ready?
They'll send Brown in motion right.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 White.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll send Brown in motion right.
18, 5 years.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Cameron Thomas in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
He has a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Keontae Ingram, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights. That'll make this a 3-score game. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hurts.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now a third and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to run with Sanders. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Quez Watkins,
a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Back to throw it, Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cardinals, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.